What is good, Team Starlight? We got round 3 today at WildCardCyclone. I'm on the left playing Dark Hero Frogs, and we got Brian on the right playing Twilight Lightsworn. What is up, Albert?
What's up? It's actually round 2, by the way.
Oh, sorry about that, but it doesn't matter. We got the reinforcements of the army, and I see a lot of green cards in Brian's hand, which is a good feeling when you are playing Lightsworn, because he's going to go for Solar Recharge, drawing 2, milling 2, but 2 not so good ones.
Bunch of mills. Attacks with the trooper, but you got the gores.
Yep, I went first. I just drew pass, and he mills that beautiful Dark Armed. So glad to see that that's out of the way. And I've got the big Gores token here. So let's see what I got. I'm going to go for Allure of Darkness. And I think I've got a few options here. Go for Dark Grepher. Banishing that. I'm going to switch the Gores to attack mode. And think about it just attacking here. Probably, yep. Brian's got the Mirror Force. And so in main 2, I'm going to drop the Caius. Banish that Card Trooper. Prevent any more milling.
Yeah, he has 2 names in grave. And he does have the JD in hand. But he just passes it back to you.
Yeah, surprising. So I'm definitely reading Gores or Tragodia here. But I do just play into it anyways. Probably have some way to deal with it. Yeah, he's going to drop the Trag. So main 2. Looks like I have a ton of plays. I'm doing massive amount of hand shuffling. Sorry if that triggers anyone in the comments. But I think I can like brain sub. Or I could just sub. I haven't used my normal summon yet, so I think I'm just debating if it's worth outing this Tragodia. And I am going to do that. So we got a classic. Let me get out all the frogs out of my deck. Gonna be able to bounce the Caius if I choose to here. Which, thinking about it. Gonna opt to do that. Then go for the full duplock and pass the turn.
I don't see another Lightsworn in Brian's hand to activate this recharge, so gotta go for the monster reincarnation.
Yeah, just to be able to make the solar recharge live feels bad, and he gets shit mills.
Oh, he drew wolf.
He drew the wolf
Unfortunate.
and he milled his charge. And sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles with Lightsworn. To make matters worse, I get the end phase hitting his threatening war with my Regeki break, and I pitch Mali off of it, so I've just got tons of plays. Gonna go for the Treeborn Frog, then go for the Malicious effect. Let's see, do I got a way to convert this? Probably. Yep, Plague Spreader Zombie.
And I see a miracle coming down.
Yeah, so this is just too commanding of a board against Lightsworn. It's like they can't attack, and they can't drop their JD, and they can't drop their JD and blow up the field, so they need multiple cards to be able to out the board. And even if they do manage to out the Stardust and blow up the board somehow, the absolute 0 is there.
I can't tell what he just drew. He has Wolf, Brain, JD, and an unknown card. Oh, it's Armageddon Knight.
So he's probably thinking about Armas and Plague, right? I can't really think what else you would do.
Yeah, I mean that's about it. I mean, he'll have 2 cards in hand. If he summons this Plague, he could bounce Stardust and Ab-Zero.
Yeah. That might be the only play. He has Brain Control, so he could make a 7, but again, I have the Stardust, so Black Rose doesn't do it. And he can make it 8. And just like thinking about what 8s that you can make, like, there's nothing that I can think of that outs this.
Yeah, no, I would just go for a Brio play. Yeah, he's trying to think. Definitely not Red Dragon Archfiend. You can't attack.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he just doesn't have enough cards. If he had a full hand, you could probably just do the Brio play, like you said, attack over a second dupe, and it would at least give you a chance if I'm bricked with the rest of my cards. But he goes for an 8 here, and I think he's realizing, like, can't really make anything. He can do the Red Dragon Archfiend, but it'll just pop. Now he can attack, but he can't. Its effect will get destroyed by Stardust.
Yeah, you got plenty of gas, though. Even if you did Brio, I saw E-Call. And you had Kaya, so... it would have been Curtains. But here comes a Trooper. Mills 3. Bad Mills. But he has 1 name.
Gonna go for the reinforcements of the army, most likely Stratos, as it usually is. Get the Destiny Hero Militias, attempt to attack. He's going to protect it with Threatening Roar. Really, really good with Trooper. Now he's gonna be able to like mill 3 and get over the Stratos.
Yep, he has 2 names now. 2 darks for Dad.
And he's gonna get even more mills. He's got 3 darks. Oh no. Always
and
keep
I
an
do
eye
see
on
Dad.
that.
I see it.
So I got a handful of, I think, gas here. I have Brain Caius, and I figure I just need to out both the Millers. You know, he's only gonna be on 1 or 2 names, so just trying to keep him off of that. Keep him off of that JD. Maybe I can get lucky here and mill a Treeborn Frog, but I do not. My next draw would have been Fader, which would have been pretty good. But yep, I'm gonna banish with Caius. And let's see, I think...
Opt not to attack.
Yeah, I think I had no outs to Gores. Like, I might have just died the next turn if he had enough gas, but he has Dark Armed.
He has Avarice.
Putting back all your darks, slightly risky play into a potential... I don't know if I've... Oh, I already dropped the Gores, right? Was that game 1?
No, that was game 1.
Okay, yeah, so slightly risky play here, but I don't have Gores, spoiler alert, so he's going to hit in and put me dangerously low.
You have Miracle but no Waters.
Yep. That is the unfortunate part, playing Hero Frogs and not drawing frogs. So I'm going to go for Grepher. Grepher special summon itself. Then use the Malleus effect to special summon the Mali. And then I'm going to Allure of Darkness because I have multiple darks in my hand.
Yeah, I saw Future Fusion and Miracle, so you have multiple ways to deal with this Dark Arm now.
Yes. So I'm going to go for the Miracle. And that was really, or sorry, the Future Fusion, which is going to set up the Miracle Fusion. So I send Ocean and Subtoad, which plays around DD Crow if he does have it. And probably going to shotgun this Miracle here. But basically, right now, my thought process is, am I going to tribute this 0 to play around Honest? Because I have to out the Dark Armed. And I can't out it by battle because my 0 is only at 2500. So, but instead here, I go for Caius. And I decide, okay, if he has Honest, I'll just accept it.
Oh man, takes 1,000 from the Caius. And yep,
And
he has the Honest.
Have it. So yeah, I think that was probably a misplay. I think I felt bad doing that. I had a dark though in hand, so I could have pitched the dark to send Necro and did the tribute my Ab-Zero play, but you know, I decided to risk it for like a higher advantage play and it backfires.
Yeah, you had a Kaiku. Maybe I would have just maybe crashed the Ab-Zero into Dad and then just summon.
Damn, that would have put me at 50 life points. But maybe that is the better play. That's actually one I didn't consider. So this time though, I get a really good opener. I get the Infernal Prodigy Subtoad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it probably wouldn't have mattered if he had another Lightsworn or another light in hand.
Here he's gonna go Arma, send Plague. Looks like he wants to out the dupe lock right away.
Oh, but you got the Crow.
Yeah, that Crow's pretty devastating anytime you can hit Plague.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the best hits. That and like Avarice.
Here, it's my turn. I go for Treeborn Frog. And he's thinking and standby, so because he's got Mask of Restrict. But I've got the Future Fusion, which is super broken here because it gets to send Malicious to the graveyard. And even though I've already used my Malicious off of Allure, I allured it. It gets the brick out of my deck and sets up a Dark Arm Dragon.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that mask was also awkward because he does have Caius in hand.
Very true. I decided to get greedy here, go for max damage. I'm like thinking you probably don't have Gores if you're playing Mask of Restrict game 2 and 3. So I go for the max damage play to Caius his monster. Actually, coming to think of it, I could have just banished and popped that mask in main too. So definitely a missequencing there. But he summons Garoth. So definitely reading. It's giving Honest vibes.
Yeah, you were just excited. It's not every day frogs can drop Dad. But here you hit the back row. It's a bluff Avarice.
Then I hit the monster and attack for game. GG.